To learn my teachings, I must first teach you how to learn.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most notable commercial failures in the history of superhero cinema. Note that films like Joker Folie à Deux featured characters from superhero lore, but did not technically fall into the genre.
You're making it all about yourself. And the song is about loving me.
Number 20, Eternals. The Marvel Cinematic Universe took a big swing toward prestige with an ensemble epic directed by Oscar winner Chloe Zhao, but 2021 threw two curveballs at Eternals: superhero fatigue and the COVID-19 pandemic.
Could our mission have been a mistake? Are we really helping these people build a better world, huh?
Grossing just over $400 million worldwide against a budget of $236 million was no great triumph against the odds. By the end of Disney's massive marketing campaign, the estimated loss was more than $50 million. The film itself was partly to blame for the backlash over its self-important tone and pace. Eternals has since gained a cult following precisely for its ambition, but that might actually validate the MCU's decision to scale back its onslaught of formulaic superhero spectacle.
How did you do it?
When I touched Tiamat's palm, I felt energy surging into me. Tiamat joined our Unimind.
I always wondered how we survived the destruction of other planets that we were on.
Number 19, Elektra. 2003's Daredevil was a solid commercial success in spite of mixed reviews.
Who made you judge? You did.
Word must have gotten around by the time its spin-off came out, but not so much about Elektra Natchios herself. Jennifer Garner's star power couldn't make up for the relative obscurity of this Marvel character, let alone a script this clunky. Whether $57 million was just over or just under Elektra's disputed production budget, it was well below the final cost for the project.
Damn you, son of a bitch!
Garner herself has been open about hating her first solo action film after she was forced into it by contractual obligations. We can only hope that 20th Century Fox fairly compensated her for the ordeal, because they sure weren't.
I told you, there's nothing you can do.
Number 18, Mystery Men. With an all-star comedic cast and genuinely impressive production values, Mystery Men has become something of a cult classic.
I trust in my powers.
I trust in my powers.
I trust in the powers of my teammates.
I trust in the powers of my teammates.
At the time, though, the mixed reviews were the last thing needed for the $68 million niche nod to lesser superpowers.
I guess I'll just have to take my ball and go home.
The movie was lucky to gross half of its production budget when it was competing with the legendary Summer of 1999. The real mystery is why Universal Pictures didn't invest more faith in Mystery Men with a wiser distribution strategy, especially when the now beloved experiment was such a misguided financial investment.
Well, that was a complete waste of time.
Like so many things we do.
Number 17, Steel. Who'd have thought that a superhero film starring former NBA star Shaquille O'Neal would have been a box office disappointment?
Never could make the free throws.
Steel centers on a paralyzed weapons designer who builds a high-tech suit in order to walk again and fight crime. He sure isn't working with Iron Man's budget, but $16 million was nowhere near modest enough.
Remember how it feels.
Okay.
Do it again, and that's your ass.
Okay, man.
The minuscule gross of less than $2 million was blamed on a number of factors. The leading cause, unfortunately, was Shaq's Golden Raspberry nominated performance. But let's not rule out Warner Brothers' less than superhero track record in 1997.
I do like those new wheelchair modifications.
Haven't seen the best part yet.
I love it, girl.
Chill out with the Watch Mojo pop culture live stream, running superhero content and so much more 24/7.
Cat got your tongue?
Number 16, Batman and Robin. Warner Brothers' other superhero flop in 1997 may be more well-known than Steel, but for all the wrong reasons. Joel Schumacher's neon-soaked sequel to Batman Forever is widely regarded as one of the worst films of its genre ever.
Nice catch! You break it, you buy it.
Grab the gem! Kill the heroes!
The campy excesses belied a huge budget that was inflated by marketing and a historically overambitious toy campaign. A worldwide gross of just under $240 million would be exceptional for most Hollywood franchises in the 90s. For this one, it meant the death of Schumacher's trilogy plans, as well as other big-screen Batman projects for 8 years.
$1 million.
$2 million.
You don't have it. $3 million.
I'll borrow it from you. $4 million.
$5 million.
That's a utility belt, not a money belt. $6 million.
$7 million. Never leave the cave without it.
Forgive the Mr. Freeze pun, but Batman and Robin also put the greater superhero film industry on ice for a time.
Hey, Freeze. The heat is on.
Number 15, The Spirit. Sin City and 300 author Frank Miller was on a roll in Hollywood when he made his filmmaking debut with an adaptation of Will Eisner's The Spirit.
Not this again, you know the score.
I thought I did. Why don't you go ahead and enlighten me a little bit? Bring me up to speed.
Let's just say that Sussman wanted things kept quiet and leave it at that, all right?
What, he thinks I don't run a tight enough ship?
The experimental pulp style was commendable, but the campy script was unsalvageable. It was a dire combination of avant-garde and awful that Lionsgate Films should have known wouldn't sell on Christmas. The final worldwide gross of $40 million put the studio about that much in the hole just on the one project.
No egg on my face! Not a glob!
Not a glob.
This came in the immediate wake of them losing over $30 million on Punisher Warzone. That hit cost them a Marvel franchise, while The Spirit pushed the studio away from experimental superhero films altogether.
Look, I know this thing with the Fed is eating you up inside, but that doesn't mean you pack up your tent. We all make mistakes, Frank.
Number 14, Black Adam. Dwayne Johnson famously hyped Black Adam as a complete game changer for a struggling DC Extended Universe. He was ultimately proven right, unfortunately. His refusal to play a little-known villain role in the Shazam series resulted in what critics dismissed as a disjointed, weak-willed anti-hero vehicle.
I wanna see the sun blotted out from the sky. I wanna see it faded black.
After staggering reshoot and marketing costs on top of a heavy production budget, Black Adam lost Warner Brothers somewhere between $50 and $100 million.
But it's built on a lie, isn't it?
I never said I was a hero. I never claimed to be anything.
Analysts in the studio would see this as the last straw after the DCEU's critical and commercial decline under the height of superhero fatigue. Never mind Johnson's personal franchise, Black Adam is believed by many to have signaled the end of a whole Hollywood universe.
There's no one on this planet that can stop me.
I can call in a favor and send people who aren't from this planet.
Send them all.
Number 13, Hellboy. The success of Deadpool motivated Lionsgate to reboot the hit Hellboy series with the R-rated spectacle that Mike Mignola originally envisioned. David Harbour had the chops to match the iconic Ron Perlman, but fans of the original films missed Guillermo del Toro's magic.
How big can it be?
Too light for fans of the comic, but too dark for mainstream moviegoers, the film grossed just over its $50 million production budget. The total loss for the studio was tens of millions, proving to Hollywood that IP recognition isn't enough to turn edgy entertainment into a blockbuster.
Come to Papa. Hold still, handsome!
Harbour later told Variety that it sure taught him to be cautious with another high-profile project, where quality wasn't much of a factor.
Quit while you're ahead.
No! No!
Number 12, Justice League. The DCEU was so blatant about wanting to rival the Avengers that Joss Whedon was brought in to retool Justice League after Zack Snyder's exit mid-production. The crossover event's Frankenstein production wound up being one of the most expensive in film history, with glaring focal and tonal chaos that polarized audiences.
You won't let me live. You won't let me die. The world needs you. It doesn't need you. Tell me. Do you bleed?
A global revenue that was more than twice the $300 million initial budget was still nowhere close to the studio's break-even point of $750 million. At least audiences would be vindicated when HBO Max released Snyder's well-received recut in 2021. But not even they can pretend that Whedon's Justice League didn't lose Warner Brothers over $100 million at the box office.
Glad I didn't miss this.
So am I.
Yeah. Now she's glad.
Number 11. Zoom. This family-friendly flick stars Tim Allen as a former super who must assemble a new generation of heroes to tackle an old enemy. It's a simple enough premise to win over younger viewers. Or not.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The return of Zoom.
Show of hands. Who here does not live with their mom in her basement?
They weren't even interested in Zoom's bland humor and cheesy action. The movie earned 3 Golden Raspberry nominations and only $12.5 million against a production budget of nearly $76 million.
Do you even know what you've done?
Yeah. I got you a hot chicken sandwich.
No, thank you.
Are you a vegetarian?
As desperately as the marketing team tried to buy kids' affection, Zoom wound up costing Sony Pictures around $65 million. Stick to animated super toy commercials, Tim.
Okay, all right. You guys, wait right here. I'll be back in a second, give or take.
Number 10. Jonah Hex. Before the DCEU, Warner Brothers learned the hard way that selling a superhero movie with a niche character requires a greater franchise boost. Or at least something greater than Jonah Hex.
Your country needs you.
Ain't my country. You get lost or get dead.
The supernatural Western crossover was blasted by fans for stripping away the source material's creative twists on comic book anti-heroics. Everyone else was alienated by the clunky storytelling, compressed into an action-packed 81 minutes. The meager investment in time just wasn't worth it to audiences on the same opening weekend as Toy Story 3, and Warner's relatively meager investment of $47 million in the difficult production, inflated by heavy marketing, was met with only $11 million. It was a scar on DC's cinematic brand that may never heal.
Transaction's all it was. I'll collect my $100 bounty on them and be on my way.
That there, Mr. Hicks, was more of a limited time offer.
Number 9. Catwoman. One of the most infamous superhero films ever made, Catwoman is more than just a box office flop. It's often called one of the worst movies of all time. And it would become a camp cult classic after sweeping the Razzies that year, with Halle Berry famously showing up to accept the award for Worst Actress.
You boys thought you could come in here and steal all these beautiful things? What a perfect idea.
When it mattered most, though, audience turnout generated much less than the steep $100 million production budget. After marketing, Warner Brothers was out at least that amount. Barry's self-awareness may have saved her otherwise outstanding career, but director Jean-Christophe Pitov-Kamar only ever directed one other movie after Catwoman.
I knew I felt a spark between us. Not on the first date.
Don't flatter yourself, lady.
Number 8. Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Morale for the DCEU ended with Warner Brothers' announcement that it would end with a few lingering installments in 2023. There was still every reason to believe that Shazam! Fury of the Gods would be a hit, given the remarkable success of the beloved original.
Whoa, guys, look, this is what the name means, which is way cooler than what I thought it was, which is just a bunch of hot garbage, so.
Unfortunately, all of the tonal issues and forced franchise elements exemplified every grievance behind superhero fatigue. A worldwide gross of $134 million wouldn't have hurt so badly if Warner didn't still try to prop up their dying universe with heavy marketing.
Guys, this is no time for secrets, okay? We have to tell them the truth. We're superheroes.
I'm gay.
Yeah, we know, bud.
And you?
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh.
Fury of the Gods' total loss of almost $150 million underscored just how disheartened the film industry was with underdeveloped substance behind muscular spectacle.
Welcome to the Justice Society.
Yeah, awesome. Wait, what? The Justice Society? Is that different than the Justice League?
Yes, the Justice Society is different than the Justice League because of how words work.
I just want to be in the Wonder Woman group, so that's you guys, right?
No.
Number 7, Green Lantern. Batman and Superman weren't the only DC characters to get the major Warner Brothers franchise treatment prior to the DCEU. Green Lantern was such an aggressive launch that the production alone cost around $200 million, with little attention paid toward cohesive writing.
Ah, Green! Wow. I know, right?
The resulting CGI-heavy mess saw a considerable box office gross that still lost the studio roughly $90 million. They thus opted to build the next crossover franchise on, you guessed it, Superman. Green Lantern is now just a glowing cautionary tale on the perils of investing in a blockbuster model over quality filmmaking.
Beware my power. Green Lantern's life!
And as Ryan Reynolds has flourished with Marvel and a self-deprecating comedic brand, he won't let Warner live down their shared mistake.
Hey, it's me. Don't scratch. Just cleaning up the timelines.
Number 6, Fantastic Four. The first two Fantastic Four movies made good money, but didn't get good reviews. With the dawn of darker superhero fare, Fox threw $120 million at the production of a grittier reboot, spearheaded by Chronicle director Josh Trank.
How about two guys, a girl, and the thing that nobody wanted?
Hey, we both know that you could take him.
The ultimately joyless and stilted bore came out even worse than the previous franchise. A decidedly worse commercial performance cost 20th Century Fox upwards of $100 million. Trank was thrown onto the bus for his preemptive criticism, which effectively destroyed the filmmaker's career in Hollywood.
It's who we are now. Maybe it's who we're meant to be.
But the Razzie-sweeping failure had more to do with the implication that there may never be a good Fantastic Four film. That was until the MCU gave us first steps in 2025.
Johnny, the controls!
Number 5, Kraven the Hunter. Sony's Spider-Man universe died by inches and by word of mouth. At least something like the $50 million loser Madam Web had won campy buzz.
It's a death trap. And that's a good thing, as long as we're not the ones who get trapped.
Kraven the Hunter not only earned less than that, but audiences felt that it wasn't even worth remembering. The brooding, ridiculous R-rated retread didn't look like it cost well over $100 million. With additional costs and around $60 million in box office receipts, Sony Pictures took a hit estimated up to $100 million.
Oh, you're a goddamn lunatic, I swear.
Oh, you just figured that out now?
The worst opening weekend in the SSU's history was enough to prompt the studio to shift gears away from Spider-Man spin-offs. So maybe Kraven the Hunter deserves some credit for putting an end to Sony's much-maligned experiment.
No. He deserves to die. He will.
Number 4, Dark Phoenix. After almost 20 years of revolutionizing super cinema, Fox's X-Men series was to end with the studio's acquisition by Disney. It was at this time that they were finishing up on the chaotic production of Dark Phoenix, conceived as 2 films and clumsily compressed into less than 2 hours.
Turn it up.
It's too much already.
Don't do it, Hank.
No, I won't do it.
For God's sake, Charles.
Get out of my head!
Charles!
Fans were devastated by this erratic, emotionally unfulfilling closer to an iconic arc, and Fox was devastated by their response. A global gross of $252 million represented a total loss of around $130 million.
We'll figure everything out together. Just come back to me. Remember, you said you'd always come back to me. Come back to me.
The 2020 standalone New Mutants would formally conclude X-Men's pre-MCU run with mixed reviews and pathetic receipts, but that whimper still couldn't match the unprecedented disaster of Dark Phoenix.
How's retirement treating you?
Number 3, The Flash. The fastest hero around ran to theaters at the worst time in 2023.
Flash!
Hi.
I love you!
Thank you. You seem very nice also.
Oh my God!
Lead actor Ezra Miller was embroiled in tabloid scandals, and Warner Brothers had just announced the end of the DCEU in response to superhero fatigue. Never mind that The Flash was already a messy production, amounting to a disjointed epic that polarized audiences with its bloated crossover plot and sloppy finale.
We are short one literal goddess, one friendly Terminator, and Super Mermaid. And we could definitely use a Batman. Are you in?
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
The film did gross well over its initial budget of at least $200 million, but that troubled marketing campaign wasn't cheap. The total loss for Warner Brothers was over $150 million. In both craft and cost, The Flash exemplifies for critics how the DCEU went so far off course.
We did this. We're destroying the fabric of everything. You have to stop.
Number 2, Supergirl. After James Gunn's DC Universe started strong with Superman in 2025, hopes soared for the following year's Supergirl. This $170 million epic was the hero's first dedicated film since the 1984 debacle made less than half its budget.
You've had your fun, Selena. The game is finished.
And yet, 2026's Supergirl somehow performed worse. Some blame was on the mixed reactions to the dark tone and lackluster plot. Audiences' superhero fatigue and faith in Warner may also have been too fickle for such a costly investment in a second-tier character.
Your eyes are beautiful when you cry. A lot of pain, huh? A lot of suffering.
Either way, with projected commercial losses in the 9 figures, Supergirl is one of the biggest flops in DC Studios history, and hope for Gunn's DCU has come crashing down on the second film.
This does not look like this is gonna end well.
Before we continue, be sure to check out WatchMojo's 24-hour live stream. All of your favorite videos in one place, 24/7. Always on, always live.
Are you not entertained?
Number 1, The Marvels. The MCU had weathered minor disappointments, but no box office catastrophes prior to 2023. Never mind arguably the biggest commercial failure in the history of Hollywood superheroes.
Hold that thought.
The sequel to the $1 billion Captain Marvel may have limited its audience by relying too much on formula, CGI, and other MCU storylines. The Marvel's opening take of $47 million was the lowest ever in the franchise, and the final gross of $206 million reportedly cost Disney $233.7 million.
Can we even fix that? In theory.
With Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania bombing earlier that year, the biggest brand in superhero cinema required damage control. This says much about the genre's market dip in the 2020s, but the reviews for the Marvels say more about Hollywood needing to make genre movies worth seeing.
That's how I got the name Annihilator. And I never wanted you to see that version of me.
Do you feel like these super flops got what they deserve or need more appreciation? Raise awareness in the comments below.